All right. Give me just one sec. Make sure everything looks good to go. All right. Looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. I hope y'all are all having a great day. We are back, and today, pretty chill stream. I know I said last time that I was not going to have a shorter stream this time, but I might have to make it a little bit shorter. We are just going to be doing some chill dungeon runs. Um, I have been, like I mentioned, I redid a lot of my old alt characters and stuff like that. So I've been working on my Arcanist a lot lately because I think that's going to be one of the first builds that I tackle. Um, Whenever I do the update 50 builds, which are coming shortly. But um, but the first thing. Wait, sorry, I'm all over the place. Okay, there we go. Okay. Um, yeah, we're just gonna do some chill dungeon runs tonight. I haven't done most of the dungeon quest on this character, so I'm kind of just gonna like spam the random dungeon finder and just see how many quests I can get and stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna be doing tonight, just kind of spamming random dungeon finder, seeing seeing if we can just knock out some quests, and we're off to a good start. I mean, we're already starting with Lep Seclusa, so that'll be one of the newer ones, so maybe we'll just work our way backwards. I used to have an add-on that would let me like select all of the dungeons that I don't have the quest completed for, but for one reason or another that's just like not been working since update 50. I don't know if it just needs an update or what. But I was not able to successfully troubleshoot that. Somebody might want to interrupt that. I was not able to successfully troubleshoot that before we started stream. I guess we'll give Tank a minute unless the DPS charge in. Tank said 1 minute in chat. I know I've got it covered up with. Oh, okay. He's he disappeared into the void, I guess. All right. I'm sure he'll be back. I guess in the meantime, I can just give you a super quick rundown, right? So for my build, I mean, it's a pretty standard dungeon build. Oh wait, you know what? Hold on. This will be a lot better if I do that. There we go. It's a pretty standard dungeon build, right? Nothing crazy. Little SPC. I'm kind of testing to see how often we actually run into werewolves in dungeons. I haven't done a lot of dungeon grinding since update 50 dropped, so kind of want to see how often we actually run into werewolves and how like prevalent spell power cure will still be in dungeons. But then Ozazen, powerful assault, um, skills you can see up here. You'll get to see them a lot in action tonight. Um, for my class masteries, I've got Erudite's Rigor and Ink Scribe's Verb. Uh, Rigor is kind of... It's fine. I mean, I can show you real quick while we're waiting. It's fine. I mean, it's nothing crazy. You know, you get a little bit of ulti gen for having your... This up, the Fate Woven Armor. I've got Crux Weaver. You get a little bit of ulti gen for that. Not bad. But this one, this is the crazy one. This is the busted one that I absolutely has made me fall in love with Arcanist healing in this patch. When you heal, total of 100,000 health, you get a Crux, and you grant you and your group members Major Force for 10 seconds. For those that don't know, Major Force is also the same buff that's granted from Warhorn. So, in theory, you wouldn't need Warhorn if you're using this. Now, the extra resources you get from Warhorn still makes it a good skill to take. And I'll talk a bit about that in the actual build video when I make it here pretty soon. But definitely for Major Force, it is super easy to keep a 100% uptime on Major Force. But I'll delve a little more into the... Oh, is he back? In spirit, it looks like. In health bar only, he's back. But yeah, I'll delve more into that whenever I actually make the build video. Um, for now, though, know that Arcanist is really, really fun. Really, really good spot. Pure class Arc is. And I am very, very excited to make this build video. I guess... Almost back. I mean, it's not a big deal. You know, we've got time. I'm not expecting to clear out every single dungeon that I need tonight. Like, in case you're wondering, here I'll show you my skill point tracker. In case you need it, right? I've got a lot of dungeons that I have not done on this character. So, like I said, it is perfectly okay. I'm just gonna spam random dungeon finder and I'll get it when I get it, right? Not a big deal. But anyway, I mean, I guess while we're waiting for Tank to come back, I hope everybody's doing well. Um, we just hit 5,000 subs recently on YouTube, so I'm insanely happy about that. I'm absolutely beside myself about that. That's amazing. Um, other than that, I think the first video that I'm going to do for Update 50, and well, I say I think, I know because I'm working on it and it's almost done, um, is the Update 50 class tier list. And then from there, we'll just be jumping into individual builds for each class. I'm going to have separate videos for PvP and PvE, but other than that, the actual PvE builds, like, like dungeon, group, ulti-gen, ulti-spam, all that, I'm all just going to have that in one video. But PvE and PvP I will do separately. Yeah, I can... Let me see, what if I heal him? No, he's not there. Okay. That's fine. But yeah, I'll be doing that. I'm gonna try not to break cadence for those build videos because I do really want to do them all as like not as quickly as I can, but I want to get them out in a pretty timely manner for you guys. There will probably be a slight break just for the 5,000 sub video, which maybe it just pushes the build video back by like a day. And then the Zeal of Zenithar event, which, what's today, the 15th? I think that's coming out in like 2 weeks-ish, roughly. Actually, maybe exactly 2 weeks. Yeah, somewhere in that realm. But yeah, so that may push a build video back by a day or two. But for the most part, I would expect, like, after I get this class tier list out, expect a build video pretty much every week for a while. Probably until I'm done with them or until something else pops up that takes my attention. Yeah, I mean, I agree. We might as well kick him from the group, but also, like, he's our tank. We would need to get another tank, and that's going to take at least 3 to 5 business days. Oh, okay. Never mind. This guy says he's got a tank, so. Did the boat go through? What if I do that? Could not find target player to start. Oh my gosh. This Guys like busted the servers.
Fighting in sand is much harder than I remember.
Well, this is quite the predicament. I've never seen anything like this. You know, normally they're either like offline or they're loaded back in. Like normally they're offline and we can kick them, or they're loaded back in and just like not here in the dungeon. This is weird. Well, this is off to a start. Not a big deal. We got time. We can sit and chit chat and hang out.
Garvin's going stir crazy down here with nothing to track.
Okay, what about now? I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Are we at the? I've gotta. I thought about maybe just like, what if we just go ahead and leave and call it there, but gotta wait. 3 more minutes anyway. Hey, Final. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Hope all is well. Hope you're doing well. We've hit a little bit of a snag here. We've got, I don't know if you can, we've got the invisible tank here. He's kind of half in, half out of reality, but I think the pugs here are working on alleviating that situation. Did you really? My wife made spaghetti tonight. I literally just had spaghetti before I started stream. That's so cool. Yeah, there's nothing better than some pasta and some sauce. Honestly, you can't go wrong with that. Let's see how. Okay, 2 minutes. I think maybe if we don't get this figured out in the next couple minutes, I'll probably just leave and re-queue.
Did you see all that treasure? That's more than I saw in Cyrodiil.
Hey there, Voodoo. So right now, oh here, let me just do that. That'll be easier. So right now, I am just running some SPC, Powerful Assault, and Ozazen. We're just doing some dungeon healing tonight. Um, I'll show you. I am missing quite a few dungeon quests on this character. So I'm just gonna kind of spam random dungeon finder tonight. And just, chill, have a good night. I'm also kind of trying to see how prevalent SPC is going to continue to be in dungeons. I tend to gear my content and build and stuff like that towards more like casual groups and pugs and stuff like that.
Fighting in sand is
Um,
much harder than I
Kind of
remember.
that half in like optimizing for random groups who may not be optimal themselves. So I want to see, how often are we running into werewolves? How often do we really need spell power cure? Um, Based on what I've gathered off stream, seems like SPC is still going to be really good. But we will we'll see. What just happened? Something happened. Did we get a new tank? Oh my gosh, I think we got a new tank. Here we go. All right. All right. Now stream is actually starting for real this time. But yeah, sorry to go on a tangent there for just a simple question. Final says I've had werewolf in like 90% of my random normals, even my under 50 dungeons. Huh. Okay. When I've just been popping my random vet dungeons and pledges, I feel like it's been probably like 50-50 so far for me. I feel like I'm getting a werewolf who can provide courage like 50-ish% of the time. Um I don't know. Maybe that's just my luck. We'll see. We will see. I think either way, SPC is definitely not going anywhere, even in dungeons. Here we go. All right, let's do this.
Let's have some fun.
And yeah, I normally use Master Architect for dungeons, but I wanted to have some fun. Also, it may or may not have been the case that Master Architect was on my Templar and not my Arcanist, but that ignore that. All right, it's the first point. It's not the second point. Man, it's been a while since I've done Lepsiclusa. It's a fun dungeon, honestly. I kind of like it. I wouldn't say that it's like, oh my gosh, I love this dungeon. It's my favorite one in the whole game, but I definitely enjoyed it. Oh, do we not need? All right, sure. Yeah, whatever. Sounds good.
Let's kill them quickly.
Okay. And then this is going to be the first boss. Yeah, we can't pass this boss. I don't know why I just stood there and I just stood there and let him do that to me. Ignore that. One of the really nice things about the Arcanist mastery, um, is that like you can spend your crux to get some ultimate from the passive, or just pop it for one reason or another, right? With this class mastery, you will literally have your full 3 crux back in like 2 seconds. It's so nice. Oh, who died? Oh, I'm out of stand. Alright. I'm gonna try to let him get that guy up, and we'll give Tank some resources. Alright, here we go. My second mastery. Sorry, I was locked in my second mastery right now. Is Erudite's Rigor. It's, it's fine. I mean, if you're in content where you are going to take a lot of damage for one reason or another, it's really nice just for having some extra ultimate gen from the Crux Weaver armor, but it's fine. I mean, I don't know. It's okay. I definitely the Arcanist class masteries are a bit more geared for DPS. And then there's like one tank, one healer. But I'm not complaining too much because Inkscribe definitely makes up for it for sure. Did we miss someone? Oh, we sure did. Whoops. But yeah, like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw these out. And even with one of our DPS in Narnia over there, we were still able to get it back very quickly. I'm assuming he's gonna skip this encounter. But yeah, in a trial setting for sure, you're, especially if you're in a full group, like your group isn't split for one reason or another. Yeah, Iridite and Ink, those are the two. And yeah, if your group isn't split for one reason or another, and you've got your full trial group, I mean, you'll get like all three of your you'll get all three of your Crux back almost instantly. It's crazy. Yeah, I would say, yeah, that's correct, Final. It does not have a cooldown. If you are parsing, a 100k healing per second, you will get it back in 3 seconds. And even if you're only parsing 10k healing, which you can do that with like one skill, you can still keep a 100% uptime on major force with that. Yeah, I gotta agree with that. Masteries are pretty busted for every class. Um, but honestly, I get it. You know, they wanted to. This was the answer to subclassing, and I guess you kind of got to fight fire with fire, right? I mean, I'm pretty okay, honestly, even if they are a little busted. Um, just because I have had so much fun playing pure Templar. And honestly, I'm still having so much fun playing pure Arcanist. I have definitely seen some chit chat from the PvP community, though, that these may be a little bit overtuned for PvP, and I get that, but so was subclassing, so, you know, we're all just gonna be a little busted, I guess. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it was a pretty big damage jump. Um, but I guess, like, I suppose, not even like a counter argument. I guess, like, my response to that would probably be just like, subclassing, I think, raised a lot of DPS builds by 2 or 3 times that in a lot of cases. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't know if class masteries were necessarily the best response to subclassing, but you know, I think I'll take what I can get, right? That's a good question, honestly. Um, and especially since the new trial is adding those hard mode trash pulls, I'm wondering if they're really going to try to dial up the difficulty a little bit. I agree. It'll make Frog easier. That's what I care about. I think once we all get like our builds and stuff all settled and like everybody's good to go, I think we'll kind of get over that hump of like, oh my gosh, nobody knows what we're doing. We had the same thing with subclassing, like when that first came out, everybody was like, okay, what are we doing? I suck with this, and then we all got really good with it. Ooh, I would like to know that actually, because I feel like if I remember correctly, it wasn't that long. I know definitely, like, I know we cleared it before Mini Medic was born. Yeah. So, I mean, that's just like a few months at worst. And I don't know if update 50 last week before Baby Final 2. Okay. Yeah, so that was a pretty quick turnaround then. Yeah, and I don't know if update 50 is going to kind of give us that same jump, but I think honestly what I've noticed, if nothing else, the return to pure classing I think has made a lot of people happier and they're enjoying the game more, and honestly that's a win in my book. I'll take that. The vibes definitely seem, um not that the vibes were ever bad, but like it seems like a lot more people are like having fun playing ESO again. All right. Yeah, and you get pretty decent ulti gen with Arcanist. Since you're not relying on building Crux actively, it's really nice to be able to like actually be able to spend that for some ultimate. And then, Erudite's Rigor does a little bit. Yeah, I also like having build variety now. I like having to not just have like the same exact sets for every encounter as a healer, like okay, I have to think about, hey, oh, ignore that. That didn't happen. Um Editor, cut that. I'm just kidding. I am the editor. No, it's nice having to think about, okay, like, do we have a werewolf? Do we have, um like whenever I queue up for something, it's like, okay, do we have a warden tank providing major heroism now and stuff like that? It's just nice to like have something to think about. Man, it really has been a while since I've done this. I'm like, what does that attack do again? What is happening? What's going on?
Creatures of the abyss, your time is now.
I love that that griffin just is like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna smack you. That's his whole thing. We get lured into a corner with a griffin who's just gonna smack us.
And I may let you live. Scatter beneath me.
Thanks, Final. It was good to see you, man. Take care. You know, the nice thing about DLC dungeons is that you really do not have to think about the quest at all. I just realized I'm like, oh, I haven't done anything for the quest. I was like, am I still, like, good on that? Like, am I still doing it? Yeah, all you gotta do is kill the boss. Like, that's pretty much the whole quest. With those, like, base game quests, it's like, oh my gosh. You know, if we miss one boss, it's like, alright, well, I guess I can't complete that. Sure, that's fine. No, I'm not mad or anything.
Stay down. Alkana, attack.
Almost down to 25.
Give in. You live or die.
And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to remember if I did the hard mode for this or not. If I remember correctly, I don't think it's too different.
More class.
I don't know. Maybe I haven't done the hard mode for this. I gotta do that sometime.
I am clearly superior. Give in.
Alright, one more horn for good measure.
Live or die by my will.
No, it's okay. He'll follow us. We just gotta keep hitting him.
Fear the abyss.
Oh, hey, I got an achievement. I don't know what that's for. I'll look at it after.
Pledge your loyalty to me, and I.
There we go.
Your emperor.
Nice work. GG. Thank you for group.
Is it over? Thank you.
Alright. Oh yeah, that, as you can see right there, that's another reason that I'm doing this. I haven't quite finished Undaunted on this character either. So I just want to definitely get Undaunted medal. But yeah, cool. Let's dip on out of here. And we'll queue for the pledges. I really want to focus those first. What are the pledges today? Arcs, Unhallowed. Oh, Unhallowed, yes. Okay, cool. I'm very excited for that. Arcs, Unhallowed, and Wayrest 2. Alright, let's do it. Wayrest 2, Arcs, and Unhallowed. Nice, we got something quick. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Unhallowed Grave. I love that dungeon. That's probably like one of my top 5 favorite dungeons, to be honest with you. I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's just like nostalgia. It was like one of like the first actual like vet dungeons that I ever did in this game. And I just felt like it was such a good blend of like, it's still a dungeon. You're not like heading into Dreadsail Reef or anything, but also like it's there's still mechanics, like you still have to use your brain a little bit. You still have to think about what you're doing. You can't just shut your brain off and autopilot your way through the dungeon. I don't know. I kind of like that blend of I can just chill and vibe, but also I'm not on autopilot, you know? All right. I guess we're just gonna ignore them. What are the? Oh, it's a chest. Okay. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to grab it, but I can I can help them. Oh, I think this guy's pulling too. This is quite chaotic. Hey there, Ryan. Ryan asked, if starting with people who have never played before, would you say Templar or Arcanist would be the best choice for a healer to carry through and into PvE and PvP content? Ooh, that's a really, that is a really, really good question. Um, Carrying people who have never played before.
These people are alive! By the Divines, what are civilians doing down here?
I want to say I don't know. I think I'm gonna lean a little more towards Arcanist, because if you're helping them with like normal dungeons and questing content and stuff like that, you've got really good options with Herald of the Tome for like supplementing team damage if need be. But also, you've got skills like Zena's Empowering Disc, which can provide minor heroism, which if you're, playing with people who've never played before, minor heroism will be, or sorry, not minor heroism, minor courage. Minor courage will be really good for them. Um, and now, with the class mastery, you can give them major gosh, major force. Um, oh, and also, I think just with Arcanist, you get a little better shielding in. I might die here. Yeah. Okay. You get a little better shielding, which can definitely be more forgiving of mistakes. And then, of course, you've got, something like Curative Surge, which is a huge, huge heal, as well as can directly restore resources, which is going to be very useful for newer tanks. So if I have to pick, I think I'm gonna go Arcanist, but honestly, you couldn't go wrong with Templar either. Um, Especially if oh, let me do something about that. Especially, like if you're, let's say one of your friends is maybe going to become a healer. um Templar is very friendly, very cozy, and especially with update 50 actually has solid ultimate generation, like comparable to the Nightblade. So if you're really like, hey Doc, like I am putting you on the spot. You have to pick one. I think I'm gonna go Arcanist. Um, but really, you can't go wrong with either if you're just feeling Templar more. Very good question. Let me go back there and grab that. Hey there. Don't mind me. Just passing through.
From the sides!
Okay. Just gotta clean up these ads. And then we've got old Flamey Boy up there. Oh, it says wait, don't pull. And he immediately pulled. That guy said, wait, don't pull. No hesitation. That guy immediately pulled. Not even a question about it. Yeah, so basically I think our tank basically just said like, hey, our DPS is kind of low. I want to switch to a build to add to that. And I'm I'm kind of in agreement. Like I would love to go with a more like hybrid build. However, I've only got 2 armory slots on this class, so I don't really have a hybrid build saved. Lord Skylar said, "What 2 class masteries do you use on a Nightblade healer?" I would actually use both of the ulti-gen ones. Are we? Oh, there's still one guy back here. I would actually use both of the ulti-gen ones. I know one of them, I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but one of them improved the hemorrhage passive to also give you a chance for additional ultimate whenever you critically strike an enemy, which as long as you're keeping up Wall of Elements, you should be able to keep a pretty high uptime on that, no problem. Um, and then the other one was, I think it was called Share the Spoils. I think that may have been the one you were talking about. Yeah, Share the Spoils is like a literally never take this off. And then whatever the other one is called, I can't remember what it is, but it's the one that gives you a chance to improve or get ultimate. Okay. I haven't played since 2023, but have a almost 400 CP Templar. Could you help me understand how the heals might have changed or what's new or standard? Yeah, absolutely. Here, let me answer this question 1 second. Then I got you. Is Arcanist or Warden a better healer? Prior to update 50, I would have said Warden without a single shred of a doubt. However, since update 50 and class masteries, if we're talking pure build, I'm actually going to have to go with Arcanist now. Arcanist can keep a 100% uptime on major force, which is super duper useful. And Wardens have kind of found themselves more comfortably in the tank spot these days. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Arcanist. But yeah, in terms of Templar healing, not a lot has actually changed. We've got class masteries now with update 50. So basically, you missed subclassing, but it doesn't really matter now because pure class builds have kind of become meta again, so you don't have to worry too much about that. If you haven't played since 2023, you also missed out, I think, on scribing. Yeah. Um, which scribing is useful. You're probably not going to need it much as a PvE healer. In PvP, it's pretty useful, but not something that I would freak out about. If you are worried about subclassing or scribing, though, I've got videos about those on my channel. No need to worry about that. But in terms of right now, update 50 Templar healer. So Templar has... Oh, do I need to talk to this guy? Yes, as soon as I'm not in combat. I might be in combat for a few more minutes. All right, that's fine. Hopefully it's not that important and we can progress the quest without it. So in terms of class masteries, Templar has one class mastery that will heal you constantly while you're standing in your extended ritual or channeled focus or whatever. Yeah, no problem. It'll heal you while you're standing in that, and if you are at full health when the heal procs, it grants you ultimate. This is really, really, really strong. It makes Templar's ultimate generation almost comparable to Nightblade's, which is like unheard of. And then the other one, just a very general, easy to use one. It's basically you grant your allies 300 weapon and spell damage, and you grant yourself 600. You may be like, oh, well, you know, we don't really need weapon and spell damage, right? Well, yes and no. Having an increase to your weapon and spell damage will give you stronger heals, and Templar already has strong heals. So when you pair those things together, I mean, dude, you are going to be pumping out some healing. I've been having a blast with my Templar healer. So if you have a Templar healer right now, I wouldn't, like, if you're like, oh, do I need to make a new character, blah blah blah. No, my man, you are good to go. Templar is in a very good spot right now, and I think you are going to have a blast with it. And I have plans to make pure class build guides for every single class very soon. I'm probably going to do a pure class healer tier list first, just to kind of let you guys know where everybody's standing after update 50. And then after that, yeah, man, we're moving on to builds. I am very, very excited for a lot of these builds. I've been having so much fun. Some builds may take a little bit longer just for classes that I have barely touched. You know, like, I'll be honest with you, I don't really play a whole lot of pure class sorcerer and pure class dragon knight, so you may have to be a little patient with me on stuff like that, but definitely expect some build guides soon. Yeah, pure warden is honestly still pretty good. I know I was just talking about, like, you know, wardens are finding themselves more comfortably in the tank role. Gee, thank you for group. Wardens are finding themselves more comfortably in the tank role these days, but still, pure wardens are very strong. Like, when I make this tier list, wardens are still going to be pretty high up on the list. So, yeah, if you got a warden too, I mean, yeah, enjoy it. Have fun. Honestly, I personally wouldn't say that there is a bad healing class right now. Like, even my people who are like, I've got a Dragon Knight Werewolf healer. You know what? You do you. You know? I would not say that there is a bad class for healing right now. I think everybody is in a really, really good spot. I'm very, very happy with the state of balance right now. Okay. Unhallowed Grave, Arx Corinium. And then we'll just kind of pop random normal dungeons and try to get some quests done. Okay, Arx Corinium, where are you? There you are. And Unhallowed. Man, that was fast. Yes, that's it. Bright Harbinger. Thank you. Yep, Bright Harbinger. Yeah, I think Bright Harbinger is the one that gives your team weapon and spell damage. And it's really good. 300 may not seem like a whole lot, but it's unique weapon and spell damage, so it stacks with things like, you know, the buffs from Major Courage, Powerful Assault, stuff like that. So it's just another form of increasing your team's weapon and spell damage, which is always nice. Where is it? Yeah. Unhallowed grave.
Our new friend doesn't object to my presence.
For now, vampire. Only for now.
So I will say for gear right now, if you're kind of just getting back into the swing of things, you don't feel comfortable. Okay, seems like maybe some of these guys are newer to this one. If you don't like feel super comfortable with grinding out trials yet and stuff like that, completely understandable. Don't worry. I would start with simply just spell power cure and powerful assault. Those are going to be two very easy to acquire sets that will take you very, very far in ESO healing. And then I guess for your monster set, I'd maybe just pick up Ozazen the Inferno from Scrivener's Hall. You can see I've got it equipped. Actually, that's exactly what I have equipped. Spell Power Cure, Powerful Assault, and Ozazen. Ozazen you can grab from Scrivener's Hall. Powerful Assault, what are we doing over here? Getting lore. Alright, I respect it. Powerful Assault you can get from the Imperial City. Or you can just buy it off of guild traders, very easy. And then Spell Power Cure is from the White Gold Tower. And White Gold Tower is super easy. It's one of the earliest, technically DLC dungeons, so it's been super power crept, very easy to farm. And whenever you start feeling comfortable with trials, like if you're already like, actually, Doc, I feel really good with doing trials, I would go ahead and start grinding out stuff like Pillager's Prophet, Zoran's Masterpiece, Master Architect. I definitely grind out some of those. Those will be very, very useful. But I think maybe now that Update 50 is here, like, once I'm done with my build videos and tier list and stuff like that, I think I also may do, like, an updated sets video just so that people know, you know, like, what should we use right now? What shouldn't we use? Because my old one, I think I was talking about, like, Pearls of Elnathay and things that we don't really use a whole lot now that we're in Update 50, so I'll probably make an updated video for that as well. Alright, I'm tanking. I don't have a lot of stam. Not a very good tank. Someone should probably revive the tank. I'm thinking maybe someone should revive the tank. That might be me. It might have to be me. Okay, he teleported. Yeah, I can get the tank up. Tank, wake up. Get up. Taunt him, please. I think he's a fake tank. Oh, no. Oh, this isn't going to go well.
What lies beyond the door? Ah, guess you'll never know.
Okay. Okay, you guys can't see chat, but the guy who was our tank, he goes, I might have lied on my application. So we definitely don't have a tank. I suppose I could kind of do like a hybrid tank build. Like if I just throw in my PvP sets, I guess I could kind of be a tank a little bit. I don't know, I wouldn't be very good at it, but I could do it. Okay, I guess I just need to be mindful of rocking. Alright, all things considered, this could be going worse. I shouldn't have opened my mouth. Someone revive me, please. Oh, gear prior to SPC? So, like are things like Hollow Fang and stuff like that still good? Um, or do you mean... Yeah, so like meta gear like prior to SPC, or you mean like you haven't been able to farm out dungeons and stuff yet? Okay. He says he swapped out a skill. I don't know if that means he's actually a tank now, or... Okay, this is almost immediately going better. Well, just in case that, that's what you were referring to, like you haven't been able to do dungeons and whatnot yet. Um, Personally, I would just start with, like, some DPS sets, you know? Um, just something that improves your weapon and spell damage just to, get some good healing going. Things like, Order's Wrath or, stuff like that. Get out of the way. Yeah, things like Order's Wrath and stuff like that you can take into a normal dungeon and still provide some good um, heals per second and stuff like that. Okay, I might... Yeah, I think I'll probably just keep most of my skills exactly as they are. Pariah. I know transmutation won't really help me in PvE, but you know what? Desperate times call for desperate measures. And then, Maelstrom. Okay, this should be good now, and then let me put a taunt on there. Alright, let's do this.
Going to do this. All right. Let's go.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I mean, it's not really a tank build, so I know I'm not going to do a whole lot, but you know what? We'll do what we gotta. Yeah, I was gonna say he's not close enough for that to hurt me. Oh, no, yeah. We need a real tank for this.
Died in a graveyard, eh? Convenient.
Oh, and he instantly pulled again. Yeah, this one might not be happening.
Thought you'd give me a challenge. Too bad.
I'll give it just a sec and see if maybe this guy's gonna say, like, you know, oh, I actually do have a tank build, and if that isn't the case, then we can just dip out and try again. I think it's probably been more than 10 minutes now. Let me get back to my SPC Powerful Assault. Let's see, do we... we'd have to wait 2 more minutes anyway. Yeah, well, I'll give them a couple minutes, see if they can figure out a tank situation. And if not, you know, we'll just dip on out of here. Try it again. I don't know why they wanted to kick that guy. He didn't do anything. Let me grab some more potions as well while I'm thinking about it. Let me just check and see. This guy has a tank build. Yeah, I mean, we only gotta wait 50 seconds anyway. Sounds like this one just isn't gonna work out. Sometimes that happens. Not to worry. We'll re-queue and hopefully get a real tank next time. Let me at least turn that in. There we go. Alright. Arcs and Unhallowed. Two, one. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't just put me back in that exact same group that I just left. I've had that happen to me before. And actually, I think it was also during a run of Unhallowed Grave. I could be wrong, though. It may have been that, but... Yeah, hopefully it's not... Well, I guess if they're doing a ready check, it's not the same group. At least it shouldn't be. Yeah, it's definitely not. Arcscrinium will be nice and chill. Oh, I didn't take off the taunt. Hold on. I've got to fix that. Whoops. Hold on. Definitely got to fix that. I almost did it again. All right, hang on. Okay, there we go. Much, much, much better. You know, I just thought about it. I don't think I've actually done the Arcscrinium quest. I think I might need to go back and pick that up. I don't know. It's maybe you pick it up. Like it's been so long since I've done that quest. I genuinely forget where you pick it up from. You might have to pick it up from like the first of the sea ladies that pops up. And if that's the case, I think she should be not too far from here. Yeah, the base game dungeon quests are so weird. Well, I shouldn't say weird. They just like they feel more like actual quests rather than go through and kill the bosses. And that's really nice for like story and stuff like that, but not very nice when you're just trying to get some skill points. Going very smoothly, though. Nice. Okay, if my memory serves me, she should be popping up down here, I think. Right? Oh, well. It's fine. I think I've got, like, everything from this place. I don't think there's anything that I'd really need. I'm just a little loot goblin. I just like being able to have stuff decon and stuff like that. Okay. I think like literally right down here she'll pop up. Right? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. Maybe maybe there is no quest. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I've already done the quest for the... You know what? I can verify this. Have I already done the quest for Arcscrinium? Where is it? Yes, I have. That's why. That would be a good explanation. Heavy sack here. In case they want that. Right. I know that I don't really need a full healer build for especially base game dungeons, but I only have 2 armory slots on this character, so I didn't really feel like tweaking my build a whole bunch. the time that it would spend me to the time that it would take me to change my build is probably exactly the same amount of time that I would save if I just swapped to a DPS build. And also, I just have fun healing. I enjoy it more than DPSing. In case you couldn't tell from my channel. Oh, hello? There we go. Skylar asked, how long have I been playing ESO? Let's see, it is June of 2026, so probably around, I'd say, like 6 years-ish, a little more, I think. This was kind of my COVID game um, during the pandemic, when we were all locked inside. I was still in college at the time, so I kind of just did all my classes online. And when I wasn't doing my online coursework, I was playing Skyrim, which is my favorite game of all time. When I finished Skyrim, I did a 100% run of Skyrim again. And when I was done, I was really itching for more Elder Scrolls. Um, and I had never heard of ESO before that point. I had never seen like any advertising or anything like that for it. So I was like, oh, like I've been wanting to get back into MMOs for a little bit now, and I gave it a try, and I have not put down the game since. I think I took a few month break in like 2021 maybe. But other than that, yeah, I've been absolutely hooked. What about you? How long have you been playing ESO? If you don't mind me asking, of course. Nice. There we go. GG. Thank you for group. Alright, so then I will... Where are they going? Oh, I guess they're going to like the exit. I'm just gonna leave group. There we go. Oh, beta player. Nice. That's awesome. It's always nice running into people who have been playing the game for so long, because like I've been here for a while, but there are some things that I wasn't around for, so it's nice to like hear people's perspective on like some of the like really early stuff. November 2013. Nice. That's amazing. Okay, let me go ahead and queue for Unhallowed. Yeah, it wasn't out until 2014, so it was definitely a beta player then. Alright, hopefully Unhallowed... Oh, and I've still got the quest. Cool. Nice, nice. Okay, I guess we'll do a little inventory management while we're waiting. Seducer, Warlock, Healer meta. Nice. Yeah, and I when I started playing, it was after Warden and Necro were already released, so I wasn't there for like the, trial teams made up of only four classes and stuff like that. I really do wish that I could have been there earlier, but I was at least there for the Necro meta because I got in like right at the end of Elsewhere, heading into Greymore. So I was at least there for the oh my gosh, why are there so many necromancers running around meta? Um, but yeah, it wasn't too terribly long after that we got some of the more modern stuff that we have now. At least before it was just, it went from oh my gosh, there's so many necromancers to now it's just oh my gosh, there's so many arcanists. And it's been like that for like 3 years. Um, no, I'm gonna save that. If you're wondering why I have so many pieces of gear, it's just because I'm still researching traits on some of my alt characters that I remade. So once those are done, my inventory will not look so stressful. Oh yes, Magica and Raid, or Magica and Stamina setups. Yeah, I feel like hybridization did a lot of good, but I won't lie, I do kind of miss a little bit having that distinction between martial builds and magic builds. I don't know. I think overall I like hybridization and I like where it is now, but um I do kind of miss a little bit, when you actually had like specking into supporting your Magica DPS versus your stamina DPS and stuff like that. Let's see. Put those in there. I'm gonna put those in there because I'll have my crafter deconstruct that so that I can hopefully get some mats from it. Um. Okay, yeah, cool. Looks good from there. And now we wait. But yeah, in the meantime, if you guys have any questions or anything you want to know, let me know. But I guess while we're waiting, I'll just yap a little bit, in case you're just tuning in, or you tuned in a little later or anything like that. We're just doing some chill dungeon farming tonight. If Unhallowed takes too long, I might just exit out of that and just do regular like random vet dungeons, um, and see if maybe we just get lucky. But other than that, I've been really enjoying Update 50. I've been having a great time. Um, right now, we are just finishing up the pure class healer tier list for Update 50. And as soon as that goes out, after that, we are diving into builds. Gonna start with the Templar, of course. I'm not gonna not start with the Templar. um, and then we'll kind of see where things land from there. But yeah, I am super excited for that. I've been testing some of the builds a bit, um, especially like PvP stuff. Like PvE, it didn't change too terribly much, right? Like you added the class masteries, but you know, I didn't move too many skills around. A lot of the same skills and stuff are still there, but for PvP, that's been a lot of fun. Getting to like test out skill combos and how they interact with the masteries and stuff like that. You know, that's been a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll probably I'll have separate builds or like separate videos, I should say, for PvE and PvP builds, but all of my PvE builds will be for each class in just like a singular video. You know, like I'll have all of the Arcanist PvE builds, all of the Templar PvE builds, so on and so forth. Let's see. How long have we been queued? 6 minutes. I will give it until 10 minutes, and then after that, we'll just queue for random dungeons and just try to knock out some of the quests. Yeah, I mean, my Arcanist is pretty much set in terms of everything that I need from him. I mean, like, yeah, like I do want to eventually knock out all of these group dungeon quests, but I've got more than enough skill points that I need just to be like competent in content, you know? Um, I've got pretty much everything that I need. A lot of this stuff is just extra, you know, for like little things, like having treasure chest glow or the Dark Brotherhood skill that lets you ride past things without aggroing them quite as easily, and just little stuff like that. Yeah, you can see here I've got enough. And of course, I want to have enough left over as well, so that I can make sure that I have enough to subclass if need be. Oh, cool. We found it. All right, sweet. Let's do this. And then depending on how long this takes, we should have enough time for hopefully another couple dungeons before we head out for the night. I don't have like a dead set time that I have to be off or anything, but thinking between like, you know, within the next, I'd say like 45 minutes to an hour, probably start calling it and head on out of here. Go spend some time with the mini medic before she heads off to bed. There we go. Okay, already I'm liking this a lot more than the last run. Little heavy sack over here. All right, cool. I think a lot of my favorite class masteries so far um, have been the ones that kind of like change how you play the character a little bit, you know, like how you change the class play bleh, change how you play the class a little bit. Um, like Arcanist, for example, I think is good. Because like before, right, our whole thing was that we wanted to build Crux and then kind of hold on to it, right? And you can still do that. But also because it is so easy to generate Crux with Inkscribe's Verve, you can kind of like build into actually spending it a bit more now. Oh, hello there. No, no, no. No, no. Leave me alone. There we go. Thank you. Come on, 5 more %. Oh, right, I forgot he turns into a werewolf. Oh, it's update 50. You can't get away from the werewolves. They're everywhere. There's werewolves all over the place. You're not getting away from them. Give that guy some resources there. Get a little bit of ulti-gen too. Nice. Alright, sweet.
Well done, Wayfarer.
Yeah, you know, I thought it. I shouldn't have thought it, but I was like, you know, why am I not able to grapple that? Hello? Okay, that was weird. I shouldn't have thought it. I was like, you know, we haven't seen a whole lot of werewolves tonight. And then, of course, the boss had to turn into a werewolf. Should have seen it coming. Should have planned for it.
Then help us. The door is sealed. About to lock us closed.
Wait, there, floor. More sigils. Perhaps they correspond to the one on the door.
You may be right then. Look around.
It has definitely been a while since I've done that because I'm trying to remember a lot of like the mechanics and stuff like that that I've got to worry about. I know last boss is kind of he's pretty chill. Like there's not a whole lot going on with him. I mean, you know, there are things that you have to worry about, but nothing crazy. Um it's that one guy off to the side. He's like the fire statue dude, whatever. That one I remember used to be like a pug stomper back in the day because nobody knew how to do that mechanic for some reason. I'm trying to remember how you actually do it, but probably best bet is just to keep everyone healed so that they can focus on not dying to the tick damage from the fire. Yeah, I know. Like, gotta do that, and then he's gonna walk over and do the sword thing. Do the thing. There you go. You just gotta beat him up a little bit. That's all it is. Okay, yeah, it's in here, I think. We gotta go in here, and then there's another statue. Or no, sorry, not another statue. The statue is in here.
Ah, that thing won't come to life. How else are we supposed to get it to strike those sigils?
The wooden key inside he was lagging behind when the door resealed itself.
Alright, whoa, he no warning. He was ready. That's right, yeah. And then one of the glyphs will be glowing, and yeah, okay. Yep. I remember this now. Yep, and then there we go. Okay. They seem like they might not know what's up. Oh. I did not know that they could pull you back down. Man, it has been a while since I've done this. I think he got it, though. And then I think... Did he? It doesn't seem like it. No, it was right here the whole time. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely have to be the one to do the mech. Pretty good on the damage, though. Oh, parity. Yeah, he's got it. Gotta pull him over here to the glowing one. And he'll eventually do the thing after we parse on him enough. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember this now. And then there's the next, I think the next boss, right, is the old lich guy, and you have to, like, go off to the sides because he brings in, like, poison smoke and stuff. Yeah, okay. I'm remembering this now. How nice of him to bring me back down. Thank you. Ooh. Not quite. Yeah, I think that other DPS going down. Oh, well. Maybe we won't be doing Unhallowed Grave. If that was a DPS, that wouldn't have been such a big deal, but tank leaving, not fun. Yeah, I feel like Unhallowed is kind of one of those, like scale caller, you know? Like, if you don't have a full group that understands the mechanics, and I can't blame them too much, right? I had to kind of relearn them a little bit, get a little refresher. But if you don't have a full group that understands the mechanics, then it can definitely be difficult for a pug group to complete, or a pug to complete, I should say. Oh, okay. We're just going for it? Alright, sure, yeah. No companion, no nothing, huh? We're just going in. Alright, not bad. Maybe there is hope. I just need to not die because I'm basically the tank right now. Center again? Yep. Alright, and then he... you stop grappling me. That is rude. Okay, I can block that. It was a gamble. I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but I was like, let me test it. See if I can just block that. Yeah, it can be pretty devastating for sure. We actually lost a tank over it. Our tank decided he was tired of this. He didn't want to do it anymore. And so I guess I'm the tank now? I was the tank? Yep. It was a good run, honestly. That, considering we didn't actually have a tank, that definitely could have gone worse. Let me see. I've got an idea. Oh, never mind. Nope, Alright. Yeah, I think that probably will do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and dip on out of there, too. That's fine. Let me see. Yeah, let's just do a random vet. I'll hold on to that, just in case we happen to get it, but I think we'll just do random vet. And then I imagine that'll probably take us right up to ending time. I do apologize that this will be a little bit of a shorter stream again. The missus and I have been crazy busy lately, and I'm trying to help her out as much as I can. Dark Shade 2. I'm trying to remember if I've done this quest on this character or not. I don't think I have. Let me see, does it... Have I? I don't know, I didn't get a chance to see it. If I have... Oh well. If I have not, great. I'll find it somewhere.
Over here, they appear to be in some sort of catatonic state. Something's wrong here.
I keep, like, looking over there, like, do you have a quest for me? I feel like I've done Darkshade 2 already, though. Like, I on this character. I feel like I distinctly remember having done it already. Oh, we have a werewolf. This is like the first one I've seen tonight. Or, well, no, not the first. I've seen a couple, I think, but um, definitely the first one I've noticed and made a comment about. Hey, let me get back there. Or are we... Oh. Yeah, we're in combat. That'll do it. Right. Oh, he went back there to check and see if that one healer lady was back there from Darkshade 1. You know, I wonder if they ever fix this. I had it happen to me a couple times in Darkshade 1. That lady that spawns back there, she can just, like, clip into the wall, and then she's just stuck back there, and you can't, like, do anything to her. You can't damage her in any way. Is it still not fixed? Ooh. I'm sure they've got to be tracking it, right? I mean, like, this is a base game dungeon. They've got to at least be aware that like, that happens sometimes. I know that it's not every time, but still, it happened to me a few times, I'll say. Yeah, I guess it's true. I suppose you can just reset her if you get enough distance. I don't know, maybe it was just the group that I was with. AoEs didn't seem to work for us, but maybe they just... Maybe the groups that I was dealing with that with, maybe they just didn't have the best placement of those AoEs. Let's see, are we gonna be going for these guys, or are we gonna go straight for the jelly? All right, we're going for these guys. Oh, whoops! I think we might have double horn there. Oh well, not a big deal. My food ran out. I did not even notice that. I think it like just ran out because I just noticed my Magicka bar get smaller. That's fine. I can eat mid-combat. There we go. Much better. Nice. Oh my gosh. The buff trackers are going crazy. I don't think there's anything... No, that... The cutting sphere is only over there on Darkshade 1. I love this encounter so much. Like, I love it so much. You know what? I would like more. There we go. Now this is an encounter right here. This is how it's supposed to be. This is how ESO was meant to be played right here. Just a sea of red, a little bit of blue, and a bunch of numbers. Oh, I didn't even know. I did not even notice these guys. I was like, where's my loot? There we go. Alright. Now we get to a lot of new healers' first ever heal check. Right. Get down from there. There we go. Alright, cool. We're pulling. Yeah, I remember being a brand new little baby healer, having no idea what I was doing and trying to heal this for the first time. And nicely done. Cool. GG. Alright. Let me see. I think we got time for one more. Go ahead and dip on out of here. Queue up for one more, and then we will call it a night. Watch, I say that, I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna queue up for one more, and then we'll call it, and I'm gonna get like Lair of Marsalok or like City of Ash 2 or something. And be like, all right, guys, well, you know, I'll end stream tomorrow then. Okay, Ice Reach. All right, that's fine. it's a little on the longer side, but it's not bad at all. It's not. It's certainly not Lair of Marsalok or City of Ash 2.
Who goes there?
And I know I've done the quest for this one. Because for... I don't know if maybe just like the Undaunted Shoulders are in the store right now or something. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. But I've been getting a lot of Ice Reach lately. I'm not complaining. Fun dungeon, but just something that I noticed. I know that it was the pledge, I think, yesterday or the day before. One of the two. So I'm not surprised if maybe someone has a pledge left over that they need to finish. You know what I was thinking about not too long ago? Because I saw someone make a comment about it. I was just out of curiosity. I was looking at some of like the forum posts and stuff like that for Update 50, just seeing how people were feeling about the update. Or sorry, no, it wasn't Update 50. It was the Update 51. The the finishing of hybridization and rebalancing of class passives and stuff like that. People have kind of been mixed on if they think Templar and Sork getting new class passives, like the class buff, you know, minor sorcery, minor prophecy, if they think that is like a good idea or a bad idea or whatever. So as I'm playing Arcanist, right, you can see Arcanist has a Arcanist, sorry, I was focused. Its class buff is minor evasion, right? And then you've got minor prophecy, minor toughness, minor savagery, minor brutality, all of those, right? You know who doesn't have a class buff, like, at all? Necro. Necromancers literally do not have a class buff at all. It does not exist for them. They do not get one. And I've always wondered why that is, you know? Because if they were like, oh, you know, like we're stopping the class buffs with Warden, right? Like Warden got the last one with minor toughness, and then Necro didn't get one, and Arcanist didn't get one. I'd be like, okay, that's fair, you know, that makes sense. But Arcanist did get one, and Necromancer still doesn't have one. So I wonder if I doubt that that'll ever change, but I don't know. Maybe if someone, maybe whoever it was that brought attention to it, maybe Zoss would be like, oh, you know what? I guess we didn't give Necro a class buff. Maybe we should do that. But I don't even know what it would be. I mean, there are a ton of minor buffs, but, like, you don't want to give something that's, like, too busted that the class becomes required, right? Like, for a while, you know... Well, not even for a while. I mean, you still always want a Warden in your group just for minor toughness, especially in PvP. But I don't know. Maybe like,
I knew this ritual would bring trouble.
maybe they could get like a passive like minor intellect and endurance, you know, and then you just don't need skills for it anymore. But I feel like that would just kind of negate the point of having those skills. So I don't think I necessarily want that. What I would really love is if they got minor heroism and I could not have to worry about heroism potions anymore. But that's never gonna happen.
Go join the rest of your cult.
All right. Very clean, very nice. Keep her moving.
Clear them alive. They were left of us asleep.
Hey. And then, what are we still in combat from? There we go.
I won't have it. I will not have it. Stinky, animals. Kill them. Kill them. My call.
Yeah, I definitely think for I'll make sure to grab it. You know, if we do more like Arcanist healing later, I definitely want to grab Master Architect for it. I love Powerful Assault, but I am of the opinion that Master Architect is the better of the dungeon backbar healer sets, in my humble opinion. But it is nice to like play around with Powerful Assault just so I can, you know, get a feel for like the difference in damage and stuff like that, and kind of getting a more like, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, like basically get a longer time to mess around with like Arcanist skills and class masteries and sustain and stuff like that, just to kind of see where we're at. Honestly, I do feel pretty confident in having these, like this skill setup right here, having this be the skill setup for the dungeon build, right? Whenever I get around to that. The tricky part I found is figuring out what I want to run for trials, right? Like Tidal Chakram and um whatever it is, Crux Weaver armor, that's a given, right? Like you're always going to have those. But that third skill, right? Because Zena's only has a targeting cap of 6, so, it can't affect full trial team, so you don't really need it in a trial setting. And I've been trying to figure out what I want to run. I was poking around Healer's Haven to see what they were recommending, and they're recommending Rune of the Colorless Pool, which is totally fair. Though admittedly, I feel like if you've got a Warden tank, right, and for all intents and purposes, Warden tanks are going to be meta, or they are meta, there really shouldn't be any problem keeping up Minor Brittle and Minor Vuln. So, I was thinking maybe Fulminating Rune just for that unique damage synergy, but I don't know. I might, like, throw on a Scribe skill or something and just kind of see how that feels. I'm going to do a little more testing before I make any definite decisions. But I think Arcanist is probably going to be the second class that I do for the builds. Templar is going first. I already know exactly what I'm using for Templar. That's not a question in my mind. I already know exactly what build and stuff like that I want to do. I just wanted to finish the class tier list first because I think a lot of people were probably wondering about that, my thoughts on the current state of class meta and stuff like that. Whoops, I meant to do that with my restoration staff, but it's fine. There we go. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and abandon that quest. Not a big deal. We can always go back and do that one another time. I'm not really in any rush to get the group dungeon quest done for my alt characters. As long as I grab all those sky shards in public dungeon bosses, I'm pretty much set. Like, I'm not really worried about it. In terms of skill points, I should say. But yeah, for the class tier list, I'm hoping to have that out no later than Wednesday. Definitely before Wednesday's stream, for sure. If something goes catastrophically wrong and I have to post it on Thursday, I'll probably give you guys an update on that, but I would not expect it any later than Wednesday, for sure. This guy, whoever it is, one of our DPS goes hard mode, and then our tank goes no. You know what? I get it. I get that response. This hard mode in uncoordinated groups can get a little bit dicey. So I don't blame them. Right, round 2. Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah, it does. It does that in between all of them. You know, while Ice Reach isn't, like, my favorite dungeon, and, like, not in a negative way, just, like, Ice Reach is just always kind of there. You know, it just isn't anything special to me. I do appreciate the unique way they did the bosses in this one, like, the final encounter here. Um, because if you're really trying to optimize for it, you might actually want to build a little differently than normal, which I appreciate, you know. Nice. All right. GG. Perfect.
Scattered their wicker-clad lackeys, but I really wanted a crack at those hags.
All right, y'all. Well, I think we will go ahead and start to say our goodbyes. Again, I know a little bit of a shorter stream. I do apologize for that. But, you know, I am slowly but surely getting back to those longer streams and just trying my best to maintain a schedule for you guys. But anyway, yeah. Thank you very much, everyone who came out tonight. I appreciated all the questions, getting to hang out with you guys, getting to chat with you guys. Um, Other than that, I do plan on streaming again on Wednesday, probably roughly around the same time. Um, Hopefully a little longer this time. And I do plan on having my next couple videos out over the course of this week. The 5K sub special. Thank you guys again for that. As well as the pure class healer tier list should be out this week, ideally before next stream, but you know, we'll see how things go. Otherwise though, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you again for everyone who came out. Know that I sincerely appreciate you, whether you were on Twitch, YouTube, whatever. And I hope to see you again at the next stream. I think all I've got left to say is that I've been Doc. Take care of yourselves, be good to others.